if you're hearing this message right now, Archangel Michael has chosen you specifically. This is not a coincidence. A private investigator has uncovered something that was never meant to be found, and now your life is about to change forever. What he discovered goes beyond anything you could imagine. A truth so powerful the dark forces are trying to keep it hidden. Pay close attention, because in the next few minutes you'll learn why Archangel Michael guided you to this message. The information you're about to receive is so sensitive that it might disappear at any moment. Forces are already working to remove it, but they're too late. You're here now, exactly when you needed to be. This private investigator, let's call him David, risked everything to bring this truth to light, and now Archangel Michael wants you to know about it. Type, "I accept guidance" if you're ready to receive this divine message that was meant for you. The stakes are higher than you could ever imagine. This isn't just about earthly matters. This is about your divine protection, your spiritual safety, and a destiny that was written in the stars long before you were born. If you don't hear this message now, you might miss the most important spiritual awakening of your life. Type, "I seek protection" if you're ready to understand why Archangel Michael chose this moment to reach out to you. Let me tell you about David, the private investigator who started this all. He was just doing his regular job, investigating what seemed like a normal case about missing ancient documents. But what he found changed everything. It started in a dusty old library basement where he noticed documents that seemed to glow with a faint blue light when no one else was watching. These weren't ordinary papers. They contained information about Archangel Michael's special protection over certain people throughout history. As David dug deeper, he realized these documents were actually messages left behind by an ancient order of spiritual guardians. They knew this information would be found at exactly this moment by someone who could handle the truth. But here's where it gets interesting. David started noticing strange coincidences, numbers that kept repeating, doors that opened on their own, and a mysterious figure that appeared in every security camera but was never there in person. Type, "I see signs" if you've been noticing unusual patterns in your life too. The evidence was clear. These weren't just old papers. They were a message system created by Archangel Michael's followers centuries ago, meant to be discovered now in this crucial moment in history. David knew he had to get this information out, but powerful people tried to stop him. That's when the first miracle happened. Just as someone was about to destroy the documents, a sudden burst of blue light filled the room. Security cameras caught it all, papers flying in impossible patterns, forming words in the air. David couldn't believe his eyes, but he knew exactly what it meant. Archangel Michael was confirming everything. Type, "I seek truth" right now if you're ready to learn what those documents actually said, because this is where the story takes an unexpected turn. What David found wasn't just about the past. It was about right now, about you, and about why you're seeing this message at this exact moment. The documents revealed a pattern, a divine plan that's been unfolding for centuries, and your presence here, right now, is part of the plan. But before I tell you what those documents revealed, you need to understand something crucial. This information isn't meant for everyone. That's why Archangel Michael guided you here. You're part of something bigger than yourself, something that's been in motion since before you were born. Type, I embrace destiny if you're ready to learn the truth about your connection to this divine plan. Because what comes next will change everything you thought you knew about your spiritual protection and your true purpose. Now here's where everything changes. What David discovered wasn't just about ancient documents. It's about a massive spiritual conspiracy that's been hiding in plain sight. These aren't just random events. There's an organization operating in the shadows for centuries, trying to keep people from discovering their true spiritual power. Think about all those times you felt a strange presence protecting you. Those moments when danger missed you by inches, or when you made a decision that saved you from disaster. That wasn't luck. Those were signs of your divine protection. But certain groups don't want you to know about this connection. David found proof of their existence. Secret societies dedicated to hiding the truth about Archangel Michael's special chosen ones. They've been working for generations, keeping this knowledge from spreading, but they didn't count on one thing: the power of divine timing. Type, I recognize the signs if you've always felt there was something special about your life's journey. Throughout history, these hidden organizations have controlled information about celestial protection. They've hidden books, altered documents, and silenced those who got too close to the truth. But they couldn't stop everything. Small pieces of evidence slipped through, waiting for the right moment, waiting for now. The truth goes even deeper than anyone suspected. These organizations have infiltrated every level of society, working tirelessly to keep spiritual awakening suppressed. But Archangel Michael's power cannot be contained forever. The signs are becoming too obvious, too powerful to ignore. You've probably noticed strange things happening lately. Maybe you've been seeing repeated numbers everywhere you look. Perhaps you've been having vivid dreams about flying or being surrounded by light. These aren't coincidences. They're messages meant specifically for you. Type, I understand the messages if you've been experiencing these divine signs. Every protective instinct you've ever had, every time you've sensed danger before it happened, every moment you felt guided by an unseen hand, these were all preparations for this moment. Your guardian angel has been strengthening your spiritual awareness, getting you ready for this revelation. But there's something even more remarkable about your connection to all of this. The documents David found contained lists of special markers, signs that identified those chosen for divine protection. As you're hearing this message, think about your life. Have you always felt different? Like you could sense things others couldn't? Like you had a special purpose you couldn't quite understand? These feelings weren't just in your head. They were real confirmations of your spiritual heritage. Type, I embrace my gifts if you're ready to acknowledge your true spiritual nature. The organizations trying to hide this truth know their time is running out. They can feel their control slipping as more chosen ones like you awaken to their true nature. That's why they're becoming desperate, why they're working harder than ever to keep this information suppressed. But here's what they don't understand. Their efforts are actually having the opposite effect. Every attempt to hide the truth only makes Archangel Michael's presence stronger. Every chosen one they try to silence only awakens 10 more. The Great Awakening cannot be stopped. You're not seeing this message by accident. Your guardian angel has been preparing you for this revelation. Think about those dreams you've been having lately, those feelings of something big about to happen. That's your spiritual awareness awakening. Type, I feel the awakening if you're ready to embrace your true spiritual potential. Just when you think you understand what's happening, there's more. The documents David found revealed something even more shocking. This isn't just about individual protection. It's about a global spiritual awakening, and you're at the center of it. Every strange coincidence in your life, every unexplained moment of divine intervention was leading to this revelation. You're part of a carefully chosen group, marked for a special purpose. Type, I accept my role. If you're ready to understand your true spiritual mission. The truth goes deeper than anyone imagined. Those documents David discovered weren't just ancient texts. They were prophecies written centuries ago, describing exactly what's happening right now. They spoke of a time when the chosen ones would awaken all at once, guided by Archangel Michael's divine light. But here's the urgent part. The time is running out. The forces trying to hide this truth are getting desperate. They know that once enough people like you awaken to their true spiritual power, everything changes. That's why they've been working so hard to keep this hidden. David noticed something strange while studying the documents. Certain pages seemed to glow brighter when specific people were near them, as if the documents themselves could recognize those marked for divine protection. Type, I feel the connection. If you've ever felt a strange energy when touching old objects or visiting sacred places. The night David made this discovery, something extraordinary happened. The security cameras caught a burst of blue light forming into a clear message. The chosen ones must know. Hours later, those same cameras mysteriously stopped working and the footage disappeared, but not before David saw what he needed to see. What's happening now was predicted centuries ago. The ancient texts spoke of a time when the barriers between the spiritual and physical worlds would thin, when those chosen by Archangel Michael would start remembering their true purpose. Does this sound familiar? Have you been feeling more spiritually aware lately? more connected to something greater than yourself. These aren't random feelings. They're your spiritual DNA activating, responding to the energy of this great awakening. Type, I feel the awakening. If you've noticed your intuition getting stronger, your dreams becoming more vivid, your sense of purpose growing clearer. But there's something else you need to know, something that makes this even more urgent. The documents revealed a timeline, a sequence of events that would unfold during this awakening. According to these predictions, we are approaching a crucial turning point, a moment when everything changes. Your presence here, receiving this message, was also predicted. The texts spoke of how Archangel Michael would guide his chosen ones to the truth, one by one, each at exactly the right moment. Think about what led you to this message. Was it really just chance, or did something or someone guide you here? The signs have been there all along. Those moments when time seemed to slow down, when danger mysteriously passed you by, when help arrived just when you needed it most. That was Archangel Michael's protection. Type, I recognize the protection if you've ever felt an unexplainable presence watching over you. But here's what makes this truly remarkable. The protection you've experienced so far is just the beginning. The documents speak of an immense spiritual power waiting to be awakened in those who are chosen. You've only scratched the surface of what's possible. Now let's talk about what David found in those glowing documents. Proof of a divine bloodline, a special group of souls chosen by Archangel Michael himself. The signs are unmistakable, and they're appearing everywhere now. Look around you. Have you noticed more angel numbers lately? More synchronicities? More moments of unexplained guidance? These aren't random occurrences. They're celestial signatures, proof of your connection to this divine plan. The documents contained ancient symbols that matched exactly with modern-day events, creating a pattern that can't be ignored. Type, I see the pattern. If you've been noticing these divine signs in your life, what makes this even more extraordinary is how these ancient prophecies are playing out in real time. The same symbols David found in those ancient documents are showing up in unexpected places, proving that this message was meant for right now, for this exact moment in history. Your spiritual heritage goes deeper than you know. Those intuitive feelings you've had all your life, that sense of being different, of having a greater purpose, that's your ancient spiritual DNA awakening. You're part of a protected bloodline, chosen centuries ago for this specific time. But here's something that will truly amaze you. The documents showed that certain people would be marked with specific spiritual gifts. Maybe you've always known things before they happened. Perhaps you can sense other people's emotions, or you've had dreams that came true. These aren't coincidences or imagination. They're your spiritual gifts awakening. Type, I acknowledge my gifts if you recognize these abilities in yourself. The time for doubt is over. The evidence is too strong to ignore. Your presence here, reading this message, is the final confirmation. Think about the chain of events that led you to this moment. Every decision, every coincidence, every seemingly random occurrence, all of it was divinely guided. David risked everything to bring you this truth because he understood how important it is. The night he made these discoveries, something strange happened in his home. All his clocks stopped at exactly the same time, 11:11. The next morning, he found feathers placed in perfect geometric patterns on his desk. Type "I believe in signs" if you've experienced similar miraculous events. But remember, this knowledge comes with responsibility. Once you understand your true spiritual identity, there's no going back. The choice you make in these next few moments will determine everything that follows. The signs are clear, the protection is ready, but you must choose to accept it. The forces trying to suppress this truth are powerful, but they can't stop what's coming. They can't prevent you from claiming your divine birthright. Every attempt they make to hide this knowledge only makes Archangel Michael's presence stronger, more visible to those who are chosen to see. What I'm about to reveal will change everything you thought you knew. The private investigator David didn't just find ancient documents. He uncovered a divine plan so vast, so powerful, that it explains every mysterious moment in your life. Those documents weren't just about Archangel Michael's protection. They revealed something much more significant, a divine selection process that's been happening since the beginning of time. And you, yes, you, have been chosen for something extraordinary. Think about the moments that led you here. The strange coincidences, the near misses, the unexplained feelings of being watched over. Type "I understand now" if you're beginning to see how everything in your life has been preparing you for this moment. But here's what David discovered that shook him to his core. These documents contained a list of signs, markers that would identify those chosen for this divine mission. As I describe them, pay close attention because you'll recognize these signs from your own life. Unexplained protective events that seemed like luck, dreams of flying or being surrounded by light, finding feathers in unexpected places, seeing repeated numbers, especially 111 or 333, feeling a presence watching over you, knowing things before they happen. Type "I recognize these signs" if you've experienced any of these divine markers. Your recognition confirms what the documents predicted. You're one of the chosen ones. But there's more. The most shocking part of David's discovery wasn't just about the past. It's about what's coming next. The documents spoke of a moment, this exact moment in time, when Archangel Michael would activate the full spiritual potential in his chosen ones. This is why those trying to hide the truth are becoming so desperate. They know that once this divine activation happens, nothing can stop the Great Awakening. Type "I am ready for activation" if you're prepared to receive your full spiritual power. Remember those strange sensations you've been feeling lately? The increased intuition, the vivid dreams, the feeling that something big is about to happen? That's your spiritual DNA responding to this divine timing. Your angelic protection is getting stronger by the minute. But here's the urgent part. This window of opportunity won't stay open forever. The documents were clear about this. There's a divine timing to everything, and this moment right now is crucial. Type, "I accept my timing," if you're ready to step into your true power. Think about it. Why did you find this message today? Why not yesterday or tomorrow? Because Archangel Michael knew exactly when you would be ready. This isn't just about protection anymore. It's about activation, awakening, and claiming your divine birthright. The documents revealed something else. A warning. Those who ignore this calling, who turn away from their divine purpose, risk losing their protection forever. The choice must be made now, in this moment of power. Your presence here is no accident. Every challenge you've faced, every obstacle you've overcome, was preparation for this moment. Type, "I claim my purpose," if you're ready to accept your divine mission. But remember, once you make this choice, everything changes. Your spiritual gifts will intensify. Your divine protection will strengthen. Your connection to Archangel Michael will become undeniable. The forces trying to keep this hidden won't be able to touch you anymore. The time has come. The signs are aligned. Your spiritual awakening is happening right now. Type, "I embrace my destiny," to seal your commitment and activate your full divine protection. This is the moment of truth. Everything in your life has led to this decision. Will you step into your power and claim your divine birthright? Or will you turn away and lose this chance forever? The choice is yours. But remember, Archangel Michael chose you for a reason. Type, "I am awakened right now," if you're ready to receive your full spiritual activation and step into the divine protection that's rightfully yours. The time is now. Stop and pay attention right now. What your eyes see will shock you once the divine veil is lifted from your spiritual vision. The angels surrounding you at this very moment are beginning to remove the filters that have limited your perception to merely physical reality. This is not imagination or wishful thinking. The heavenly realm has chosen this precise moment to activate expanded sight capabilities within your spiritual anatomy. The pineal gland, your body's divine light receptor, is being recalibrated as you read these words. Guardian angels have been preparing this visual awakening for months, gradually increasing your sensitivity to subtle energies and divine light patterns. Those unexplained flashes of light in your peripheral vision, the sudden ability to perceive deeper colors. These were preliminary adjustments leading to this moment. What makes this revelation urgent is the cosmic timing. An unprecedented alignment of spiritual energies creates the perfect conditions for visual awakening. This window of opportunity remains open for only a short period. The shock you will experience comes not from fear, but from divine wonder, seeing for the first time what has always surrounded you. Angelic beings, sacred light patterns, and divine energies that have remained just beyond ordinary perception are about to become visible to your awakening spiritual sight. Type, I open my spiritual eyes to acknowledge this sacred moment. Your recognition activates the final angelic adjustments to your visual capabilities. Touch the like button with focused intention. This simple action signals to the angelic realm your conscious participation in this visual awakening. The guardians of divine sight require your free will engagement before completing the activation of your spiritual perception. The heavenly timing of this invitation is precisely calculated. Cosmic forces have aligned to create optimal conditions for visual awakening with minimal discomfort or disorientation. What might otherwise take years of spiritual practice can now unfold rapidly through divine assistance. Archangel RL, keeper of divine mysteries and sacred sight, stands ready to guide your perceptual expansion. This blessed guardian of spiritual vision ensures safe passage as the veils between dimensions thin for your awakening eyes. Pay complete attention to what follows. Each revelation builds upon previous understanding, creating the necessary foundation for expanded visual capabilities. The divine realm has sequenced this information perfectly for your specific developmental needs. This visual activation represents the fulfillment of soul agreements made before your earthly incarnation. The sacred promises now manifesting is heaven's acknowledgement of your readiness for expanded perception. While all eventually develop spiritual sight, this accelerated awakening comes to those with specific divine purpose. Type, I accept visual awakening to signal your readiness for expanded perception. This declaration creates the necessary energetic opening for angelic sight activation. Recognize what's already happening. Your visual perception has been gradually changing through divine intervention. Though you may have explained these shifts through ordinary reasoning, acknowledging these changes confirms your readiness for complete awakening. Notice color intensity increasing. The world appears more vibrant, with colors showing depths and variations previously unperceived. This enhancement represents your eyes beginning to detect higher frequency light waves beyond the standard visual spectrum. Pay attention to peripheral movement, those fleeting glimpses of light, momentary sparkles, or gentle movement at the edges of your vision aren't imagination, but actual perception of angelic presences moving near you. Your sight now captures frequencies previously invisible. Observe light behaving differently. Sunlight may appear to contain rainbow spectrums. Darkness may seem alive with subtle energy patterns, and certain spaces may glow with unexplained luminosity. These phenomena reveal your developing ability to see divine light qualities. Feel visual sensitivity increasing. Bright lights may seem more intense. Darkness may appear less complete, and you may notice visual details previously overlooked. These changes indicate your eyes adapting to perceive both physical and spiritual light simultaneously. Type, I acknowledge visual changes if these experiences resonate with your recent perception. Your recognition allows guardian angels to proceed with further sight activation beyond these initial adjustments. Understand this divine truth. The spiritual realm exists alongside physical reality at all times and is not distant or separate, but interpenetrating every aspect of material existence. The perceived division between worlds is not spatial but perceptual. See how heaven arranges this. Your physical eyes detect only a narrow band of light frequencies, while spiritual realities vibrate at higher rates beyond ordinary detection. This limitation was intentionally designed to allow focused earthly experience while souls develop readiness for expanded perception. Recognize angelic purpose here. Guardian angels maintain the perceptual veil, thinning or thickening it according to your spiritual development and divine timing. This loving protection prevents overwhelming visual experiences before your consciousness can integrate them properly. Know what's truly happening. The veil is not being removed completely, but rather made selectively permeable, allowing graduated exposure to spiritual realities as your perception strengthens. This careful calibration ensures balanced development. Feel heaven's loving wisdom. This measured revelation demonstrates divine intelligence, neither withholding spiritual sight nor overwhelming you with sudden complete perception. Each soul receives exactly what serves their highest development at the perfect time. Type "I perceive divine wisdom" to acknowledge understanding of this sacred arrangement. Your recognition of this loving design helps angels adjust your perceptual veil with perfect precision for your specific needs. Prepare for sacred revelation. As your spiritual sight activates more fully, specific divine realities become visible in a progressive sequence. Understanding what to expect helps integrate these experiences harmoniously. Watch for guardian presence first. Your personal guardian angels typically appear as gentle light formations near you, often with subtle color signatures unique to your spiritual connection. These loving presences become increasingly distinct as your vision clarifies. Notice energy fields emerging. Living beings reveal their emanations, luminous egg-shaped fields of colored light extending beyond physical bodies. These energy signatures display emotional states, spiritual development, and even physical health conditions with perfect accuracy. See nature's divine essence. Plants, animals, and natural formations display their spiritual light patterns, the divine blueprint underlying physical forms. These sacred geometries reveal the conscious intelligence expressing through all living things. Perceive blessed synchronicity. Visual confirmations of divine guidance appear as light patterns, color sequences, or symbolic formations that acknowledge your prayers, questions, or spiritual needs at precisely meaningful moments. Witness sacred gateways forming. Specific locations reveal their function as interdimensional portals, where angelic beings more easily move between realms. These often appear as vertical light formations or subtle distortions in visual space. Type I welcome divine vision to prepare your consciousness for these sacred sights. Your willing expectation creates receptivity that enhances visual clarity as these perceptions emerge. Learn sacred recognition. As your spiritual sight strengthens, various orders of divine beings become visible, each with distinctive appearances and purposes. Understanding these differences enables appropriate interaction. See guardian angels clearly. These closest companions appear with personalized light signatures and often humanoid luminous forms that reflect your spiritual relationship. Their presence feels deeply familiar and brings immediate comfort. Recognize archangelic presence. These powerful beings manifest as larger light formations with distinctive color ray signatures. Michael's blue protective flame, Raphael's emerald healing light, Gabriel's copper gold communication beam. Their energy feels profoundly authoritative yet loving. Discern elemental helpers. Earth nature spirits appear as light formations integrated with their natural domains. Water elementals flowing with liquid grace, earth beings as stable light concentrations, fire spirits as dancing flames, air beings as shimmering translucence. Notice spiritual guides appearing. Soul teachers often manifest as light figures wearing symbolic clothing or carrying meaningful objects that convey their specific wisdom tradition or teaching function. Perceive light messengers. Angelics dedicated to communication sometimes appear as geometric light patterns or brief flashes that transfer direct knowing rather than verbal messages. Their presence brings immediate clarity to confusion. Type: I recognize divine beings to activate clear discernment of these various celestial presences. Your acknowledgement helps angels adjust your perception to distinguish between different spiritual beings with greater accuracy. Understand the greater meaning. Your awakening spiritual vision serves a divine purpose beyond personal fascination or spiritual curiosity. This sacred gift activates now because it serves both your soul mission and collective awakening. See your true calling clearly. Enhanced perception allows you to recognize divine guidance with greater accuracy, revealing your authentic path through visual confirmation rather than uncertainty or speculation. Spiritual sight clarifies purpose. Recognize your healing function. The ability to perceive energy patterns enables you to identify imbalances in yourself and others, contributing to spiritual, emotional, and even physical healing through accurate awareness of energy needs. Understand your divine role. As one with awakened sight, you serve as a bridge between perceptual worlds, able to translate spiritual realities into understandable concepts for those whose vision remains physically focused. This interpretation function serves countless souls. Feel cosmic timing here. This visual activation corresponds with Earth's accelerating spiritual awakening, a time when increased numbers of clear-seeing individuals become essential for navigating collective transformation processes with grace and wisdom. Type: I accept my sacred purpose to align with the divine intention behind your visual awakening. Your willing participation in this greater purpose amplifies both your perceptual clarity and spiritual effectiveness. Follow these angelic guidelines. Specific practices enhance your developing spiritual sight when implemented with consistency. Each technique builds upon natural processes already initiated by your guardian angels. Create a sacred viewing space. Designate a specific location with minimal electronic disturbance and natural elements for regular vision practice. This environment becomes energetically charged for enhanced spiritual perception through consistent use. Practice soft focus seeing rather than straining or forcing visual experience. Allow peripheral awareness to expand while maintaining relaxed attention. This receptive state allows spiritual frequencies to register without analysis interfering. Use twilight transition times. Dawn and dusk create natural thinning between dimensional boundaries. Regular vision practice during these between times significantly enhances spiritual sight development through alignment with natural energy cycles. Implement pineal activation. Gentle exposure to natural sunlight during morning hours followed by complete darkness during sleep regulates pineal function essential for spiritual vision. Reduce artificial light interference, particularly blue light before bedtime. Consume vision-supporting nutrients, foods rich in aniline, blueberries, blackberries, leafy greens, and omega-3s, walnuts, flaxseed, to provide physical support for both physical and spiritual visual function. Type I strengthen divine perception. To commit to these sacred practices, your dedication creates ideal conditions for continued visual awakening while integrating new perceptual abilities harmoniously. Receive these divine instructions. Your expanding spiritual vision serves as a direct communication channel with angelic realms. Understanding visual guidance symbols allows accurate interpretation of what you now perceive. Recognize color message systems. Different light hues carry specific meanings. Blue indicates protection needed or offered. Green signifies healing energies. Gold represents divine wisdom activation. Violet shows spiritual transformation occurring, and rose conveys unconditional love. See directional significance. The location where spiritual phenomena appear provides important context. Right side often indicates future events. Left side reflects past influences. Above suggests higher spiritual direction. Below points to practical foundation needs. Understand intensity communications. The brightness or dimness of spiritual light formations conveys urgency or time frame. Brilliant manifestations suggest immediate relevance. Softer appearances often indicate developing situations requiring patient attention. Notice pattern messages. Recurring visual symbols or light formations represent ongoing divine communications rather than random experiences. Their persistence indicates importance, requiring special attention or action. Trust sequence significance. The order in which visual phenomena present themselves often reveals process instructions, the spiritual steps to be followed in specific progression for optimal development or manifestation. Type I receive visual guidance to activate clear interpretation of these divine communication systems. Your acknowledgement opens deeper understanding of the visual language angels use to guide your journey. Implement divine safeguards. As your spiritual vision expands, proper protection becomes essential. These angelic guidelines ensure clear perception without interference or distortion. Maintain energy boundaries. First, visualize golden light surrounding your entire energy field with special concentration around your eyes and third eye center. This divine shield prevents intrusive energies from affecting your visual clarity. Practice regular purification. Rinse your eyes with pure water while setting the intention for clear spiritual sight. This simple ritual creates both physical refreshment and energetic cleansing of your visual channels. Be selective about visual intake. Limit exposure to disturbing images, violent content, or chaotic visual stimulation that can create perceptual static. What you allow into your physical sight affects spiritual vision quality. Implement discernment practices. When unusual visual phenomena appear, remain centered in heart wisdom rather than fear or excessive fascination. Peaceful questioning invites angelic clarification of confusing perceptions. Create restful vision periods. Allow your spiritual sight to integrate through regular periods of gentle darkness, either with eyes closed in meditation or in dimly lit, peaceful environments. This sacred rest prevents visual overwhelm. Type I protect divine perception to activate these safeguards for your developing sight. Your intention creates a cooperative partnership with angels who maintain your visual clarity. Communicate with divine wisdom. As your spiritual sight develops, sharing your perceptions with others requires discernment. These guidelines help translate visual experiences into meaningful exchanges. Choose appropriate timing carefully. Share visual insights only when recipients demonstrate openness to spiritual perspectives. Premature disclosure often creates resistance that serves neither your development nor others' reception. Use universal language intentionally. Describe spiritual perceptions through commonly understood concepts rather than specialized terminology. References to light, color, shapes, and feelings create accessible translations of divine vision. Validate others' experiences respectfully. When encountering those with similar developing perception, honor their visual interpretations even when different from yours. Multiple perspectives create a richer understanding of multidimensional realities. Create safe sharing environments. Establish mutual agreements about confidentiality and non-judgment before exchanging spiritual perceptions. These sacred containers allow authentic sharing without fear of criticism or misunderstanding. Balance conviction with humility. Present your visual insights with both confidence in your perception and openness to various interpretations. This balance creates authentic sharing while honoring divine mysteries beyond complete understanding. Type I share with divine wisdom to receive angelic guidance in communicating your spiritual perceptions. This invitation activates intuitive knowing about appropriate sharing in each unique situation. Recognize ongoing expansion. Your spiritual sight continues developing throughout your lifetime, with new perceptual abilities emerging as your consciousness evolves. This divine unfoldment has no final completion point. Experience dimensional vision opening. As your perception strengthens, you begin seeing beyond the physical and etheric into higher dimensional realities. Each dimension reveals unique spiritual landscapes and beings previously undetectable. Perceive beyond time constraints. Developing spiritual vision eventually reveals past and future energy patterns as simultaneously accessible, transforming linear perception into a more comprehensive awareness of eternal now moments. Notice remote viewing activating. Advanced spiritual sight includes the ability to perceive distant locations through consciousness projection rather than physical proximity. This capacity develops naturally through regular practice. Witness healing vision manifesting. Mature spiritual sight enables precise perception of energy imbalances alongside the divine ideal pattern seeking expression. This comparative vision facilitates powerful healing awareness. Experience unified field perception. The highest development of spiritual sight reveals the underlying unity connecting all apparently separate forms. This sacred vision perceives divine presence expressing through infinite diversity. Type I embrace eternal vision to align with this continuous unfoldment. Your declaration creates receptivity to ongoing visual development beyond current understanding or expectation. Balance dual perception carefully. As spiritual sight becomes your new normal, harmonious integration with physical reality requires specific awareness. These divine guidelines support wholeness amid expanded perception. Establish a grounding routine. Regular connection with Earth through barefoot contact, nature immersion, or working with soil creates essential stability for expanded perception. Physical anchoring prevents perceptual disorientation. Practice present moment focus. When spiritual visions become distracting, gently return attention to immediate physical circumstances requiring your engagement. This balanced attention honors both perceptual realms appropriately. Develop context discernment. Learn to distinguish which perceptions require immediate response versus those providing background information only. This discrimination prevents unnecessary reaction to every spiritual sighting. Create integration patterns. Establish regular times for fully engaging the spiritual vision, balanced with periods of primary physical focus. This rhythmic alternation prevents perceptual overwhelm while honoring both realities. Maintain life responsibilities. Expanded perception serves life purpose rather than replacing practical engagement. Continued fulfillment of earthly commitments creates the stable foundation for spiritual sight development. Type I balance divine sight to activate harmonious integration between perceptual realms. Your intention creates a cooperative relationship between physical and spiritual vision rather than a conflicting experience. Receive angelic sealing now. As your spiritual sight activation completes its initial opening, heavenly beings bestow a special blessing upon your visual channels. Divine light flows directly into your eyes, third eye center, and visual cortex, establishing a permanent sacred connection. Feel golden light entering. Archangel G, the beauty of God, infuses your perception with divine aesthetic awareness, enabling you to recognize the sacred perfection underlying all forms. This blessing transforms ordinary seeing into worship through recognition of divine presence everywhere. Accept perfect timing here. The angels confirm that this visual awakening arrives precisely when your soul readiness, life circumstances, and divine purpose create perfect conditions for successful integration. Nothing here is premature or delayed. Now eternal support continues. Your guardian angels maintain ongoing assistance with your developing spiritual sight, adjusting your perception as needed and providing guidance for each new visual ability as it manifests. Type "I receive heaven's blessing" to accept this divine consecration of your spiritual sight. Your grateful reception completes the sacred circuit of giving and receiving between angelic realms and your awakening vision. Divine Source of all light, I thank you for the blessing of expanded vision. May my spiritual sight serve your greater purpose while bringing light to others. Guardian angels and divine beings, I acknowledge your guidance in this visual awakening. Continue illuminating my path as my perception develops. I commit to using this sacred gift with wisdom, discernment, and loving intention. May what my eyes now see bring healing, truth, and divine recognition wherever I look. With humble gratitude, I accept responsibility as a bearer of spiritual sight in service to divine love. Type "I consecrate my vision."